Layla, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thanks, Aaron. Classy. Not
Mm.
not usually the word you use for a girl from the north of England.
Hey, you obviously knew that Dave was safe tonight from eviction and that it was basically down to yourself and Johnson. Your obvious
Yeah,
choice would be to vote for Johnson and stack up the votes to save yourself, but you voted for Dave knowing that you were almost self-evicting yourself. Can you talk through what was going through your mind?
yeah. I saw Johnson talk, and I just saw this inner child, and it reminded me of when I was 10 years old, and all I wanted to do was Big Brother. I
Hmm.
looked at his face, and I thought, how on earth can I potentially take away this time from him? Yeah, I'm a heart thinker. I
Mm.
feel like I had the plans and the intentions of being all game. I wanted to be game. I was like, put the vote on Johnson and that's it. Nah, I just couldn't do it. As soon as I saw him, I was like, no.
You seem to be quite shaken and upset in the eviction room. As I said in the intro, it was a real class act and really shone through the type of person you are. But the good old do-over question: do you still back yourself on your decision, or would you do things differently with a do-over?
Watching the show now and seeing the episodes perspire, is that, I don't even know if that's a word, but um yeah, nah, I'd still make the same decision. I just can't. I can't take away someone's experience when my 2012 experience was so freaking awesome. I had the bomb time. And I feel like, yeah, I just couldn't do that to someone, especially Johnson. He's a doll.
Good old sneaky Tim. He did a little deal with Johnson not to vote for him, but was loyal to you as well, and therefore voted for Dave. In one essence, it shows loyalty, but on the other hand, when it's between yourself and Johnson, voting for Dave doesn't really help you. I mean, to be fair, even if Tim had have voted for Johnson, and so did you, I think you would have been one vote short. But about Tim, what do you think about him voting for Dave to show loyalty to both you and Johnson?
I actually didn't even know that happened. I thought he had a deal with Johnson to get rid of me. I have to do an apology to Tim.
Well, it seemed that he had a deal
I
with
feel like I
Johnson.
need to do this public apology.
Well, he did a deal with Johnson not to vote for Johnson. I don't, well, unless I got it wrong, it wasn't to get rid of you. It was just to not vote for Johnson. And so then when he got to the room, the eviction room, he thought, oh no, I won't vote for Johnson, but I just can't vote for Layla either. So then goes, I'll just vote for Dave.
Oh my God, I thought he had a deal with, oh my God, I literally thought he had a deal with Johnson. And when he hugged me, he said, I don't know what happened there. And I thought it meant that he was being sneaky. I have barked up the wrong tree. I actually need to do a formal apology to Tim. I thought, oh my God, you don't understand, Darren. This is actually hectic. I didn't know this was the case. I
Oh,
thought he had done a deal with Johnson to get rid of me.
well, it, 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 it's
Oh,
it's possible that during the show that might have been his intention, but in the eviction room, he seemed to
oh
he seemed to
my
like you so much, so he voted for Dave. Because as you might have seen,
God.
Dave got two votes, and they were you and Tim.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. I'm absolutely like, I'm honestly blown away. I didn't know that because I haven't seen the episode. I honestly I literally have called Tim out saying he was.
All right. Well, you did seem resigned to the fact though that you were going. Your reaction on the announcement was of peace, and of course, you voted for Dave,
Yeah,
solidifying that your time was up. Why did you think?
yeah.
Why did you think though that you were going? Because if most of the OGs voted for Johnson and most of the newbies voted for you, then there were a couple of floaters. It always seemed that it was going to be close at least. But how did you really know that you were going?
I just I just had this funny, bloody feeling because, and I wasn't supposed to wear the dress. I was not supposed to wear that stupid dress. I had a beautiful gown. I was like, and I thought, I'm going to wear that when I'm evicted. And everyone kept saying, you're not going to be evicted. You're not going to be evicted. So I wore the other dress that was like my cash dress.
Mm.
Turns out I got evicted in that bloody wrong dress. I was so angry. But you know what I did? I don't know what it was. Maybe I manifested it for myself because I'd organized all day who's voting for who. I think I'm safe. I'm going to put my vote onto Johnson, get rid of a newbie. And then for some reason or other, I walked around the room and I gave Gabby my eyebrow tinting kit. I gave Estelle my necklace. I just gave everything away because I knew I was going. I don't know what it was. I just felt it. I
Uh,
just felt it.
well, your feelings were right. There you go. Hey, in your bio
Yeah.
for the show, it asks what you would do differently this time around. Obviously, being on Big Brother before, and you replied you would be more aware of the game and have a plan.
Yeah.
So, what was your plan? And I guess did it fall apart if you were the third evicted?
I love how you just laughed, Aaron. Third evicted. No. But no, I wanted to be game, but you know what? I can't fucking do it. Oh, excuse me.
It's not on
I can't
TV.
I can't do it because the minute I create any sort of relationship with anyone, I am loyal as F. I can't see, like, I just can't. I can't have the game. If this was a live show, it would have been different. It would have been different.
All right, girlfriend, it's time for a bit of gossip. Let-
Ah!
Let's talk Drew, Sam, and Tully. So, first
Mm.
question, was the
Yeah,
entrance of Tully and that dinner as awkward as it looked like on TV?
it was effing awkward. It was the worst. And how ironic they were sat at either end of the table. That was a complete fluke. We were eating tin spaghetti. Next minute, Tully walks in, and I'm like, she looked drop dead gorgeous, by the way. And then I'm sat looking at Tully, and I just look and turn to bloody Sam, and I'm like, you can't script it. You cannot write this shit. It was hectic.
Apparently, you can. In reality television, you never know what's real. Almost like, for example, none of the couples on Love Island ever seem to work
Yeah,
out. Do you think Sam
yeah.
and Drew are for real?
I think Sam and Drew. I don't know. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I had a relationship in Big Brother. So
Yeah.
I know how it works. Your senses are heightened. If you like someone, you're obsessed with them. If you can't stand someone, you hate them. And you're like, your emotions are so heightened. I feel like, yeah, they'd love to, that, yeah, I feel like they want to be real, but I feel like it's just a momentum thing. Like, it's just for the
Mm.
moment. Yeah.
Well, on the other side of the coin, do you think there's still any emotions left at all between Tully and Drew?
How can there not be? Do you know what? Their relationship in 2013 was so intense that how can you not feel that? Again, you know what? Tully is so transparent. She walks in, she's got a partner. She's so happy and she's so in love with this partner. But I'm not saying that she loves Drew. What I'm saying is, like, how can you just switch off those emotions? Like, being in a room with your ex-boyfriend who you shared a crazy time with, it would be
Mm.
so hard. And I feel for her. Like, I feel for her for that moment because, yeah, I don't know how you would navigate that.
If you had to guess, who do you think will be voted out first, assuming it's not Drew, Tully or Sam? Because it'd be interesting if Sam went first and then Drew and Tully are left in the house.
I'd love for that to happen. So I reckon Sam.
Let's go, Sam. Yeah.
But you know what? These newbies are savage. They are savage, Aaron. Like you can't even. Sorry, there's like a huge truck that never drives past my house. It just drove past. Um, the newbies are savage. So yeah,
Well,
it will be interesting to see Tully and Drew together.
talking about the newbies, another couple with a bit of gossip, Alicia and Joel. Uh, kind of weird. They seem to dig each other,
So weird.
but then Joel said he didn't kiss her because I think he said he wasn't feeling it or something. I'm not sure I even know what my question is to you. WTF?
Yeah, I
What's
don't
going on?
know. I smell a fish. I mean, is it a rat or a fish? I don't know. Whatever it is, I smell it. I don't know. Do you know, it's like, it's all fun and games when you get a relationship. Everyone wants to be the showman's, but I don't know. I don't trust it.
Let's go to another issue.
Yeah.
Pillowgate. Now, do you
Yeah.
remember? You remember when?
Oh, not the killer gay.
Here comes Pillowgate. Do you remember when
Yeah.
Lara obviously had to pick between Joel and Mel, and you remember the whole event with the pillow? So,
Yeah.
fair call when you make
Yeah.
promises to both people and you can't make a
Yeah.
decision on. So you might do a coin toss, or in this case, a pillow toss. So fair call.
Yeah.
But of course, before she threw the pillow, a couple of housemates yelled out for Lara to announce
Which,
which
yeah.
side of the pillow is who. But she didn't, and she chose Mel and saved Joel. Many,
Yeah.
many people are not buying this at all. Was Lara
Yeah.
genuine, or was the whole pillow toss thing just all show and all fakeness?
You know what? I don't know about the fakeness of the pillow toss. Obviously, it's quite apparent that the whole of the Big Brother community are just like, what, WTF? But what I can say is that she was a mess. She was a mess. She was absolutely a mess that it made me cry watching her have this mental breakdown. Oh my God, my dog's got a squeaky toy. Stop. Watching her have this absolute meltdown, it made me cry. I felt, and Laura is about her word. With the challenge where we had to hold the bucket with a stick,
Yeah.
and she was like saying to Joel about, you know, I won't vote for you. I'll make sure everyone stays. She did. She made sure she went round to every single housemate and was like, "Do not nominate Joel. Do not nominate Joel," because Joel let her win that challenge. Joel could have won that challenge. He
Yeah.
could have. He could have. He had another 4 hours in him.
Mm,
But she did. She stuck to her word. She ran around the house like a crazy bloody turkey and said, "Don't nominate him. Don't nominate him. Please don't nominate him. Please." She was so passionate about that moment. And when I saw that pillow toss, it set me off. I just started crying. I felt for her.
I think the point though is I think most people believe that she was genuine and in her mind thinking I don't know what to
Yeah,
do and I made promises. So there's no question about her being
yeah.
genuine in terms of what should I do. It's just
But she's got
that
an alliance in Joel. She had an alliance in Joel. Who's the better person to have an alliance with, Mel or Joel?
yeah. I think it was just a
So
matter of if you're going to be split and you're going to do the coin toss. I
yeah,
mean, obviously, or a pillow toss, you're going to announce who's who. So you really don't
yeah.
know what was going through her mind,
You
whether,
don't. You don't. And to be all in all honesty, she was playing the game. So they all were. They were all playing the game next level. So of course you're going to choose Joel
yeah,
because he's a savage. He's a beast in the challenges. Why wouldn't like you just would do that if
yeah.
you're a game player, you know?
Hey, on a different subject, Taras made an interesting point in the house about the newbies. He said, "We are just pawns in the game of the OGs." Is that is that fair? Is there any chance really for a newbie to get in the final three, let alone win?
Yeah, I think it's. I love Taras. Absolutely, I have so much time for him. Um, you know, it's two different. There's a clear divide. There's a clear divide between the old and the new. The new housemates are on all the time, like blah, 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 like constantly. The
Yeah.
old housemates are so much calmer. It's like, oh, I've done this before, you
Mm,
know. And I think the new housemates, because of how hard they were going,
mm,
they seriously have a chance to be in the top three, make it to the end. Because they're on, they're switched on. Must be freaking exhausting to be that switched on all the time. I'm like bloody Duracell bunnies.
mm. A quick game of choose a housemate, Layla. So,
Yeah,
number one, most genuine.
Trevor.
Hmm. All right. Well, on the other side, the other side of the coin is most non-genuine. Like they appear nice, but they could be lying to your face.
Tim.
Of course. Um, most you would like to connect with on the outside of the house. Who would you like to have around for a barbecue or a glass of wine?
Terrace.
Ah, there you go.
Terrace.
Newbie housemate you think could go the furthest?
Johnson. He knows every in and out, doesn't he? He knows
Mm,
every single thing about the show. You know, when someone's studied the show that much,
mm.
like that's a danger for anyone.
All right.
I've been a bloody housemate from 2012 and I haven't even studied it that much.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, because I'm not there. I'm not in it anymore.
So who would you like to win Big Brother?
I would love Taras. I just love
Oh,
Taras. I would love for Taras to win Big Brother.
oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
He's. I just need to say on while we're talking, he is just a genius in all aspects. He's a creative genius. He's a very, very good thinker. You know, when you sit down and have a conversation with someone, his conversations are just great. They're wholesome, and you can talk about. You could go forever and ever talking to him.
mm,
Don't know what it is. It just, yeah, is awesome to us.
let's talk Layla. But let me ask you a question first, and this is going to be possibly the dumbest question in the history of questions. And if you say no, I'll just edit out the question. I don't know why this came to my head, but I just remember at school and in life, how juvenile people can be. So, has any guy ever came up to you and gone, Layla, got me on my knees, Layla, as a pickup
Oh
line?
my God. Do
Have
you know
they?
every single time a guy says that to me, I say, no one has ever done that to me before. And they're like, really? And I'm like, everyone has done that to me. What do you
I just think, well, you might think that in your head, but I think as if you'd actually use it because you know that 600 million people before that have used it. So people have
mean?
actually
Yeah.
done that. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
but I pretend that no one's ever done it. I go,
Ah.
oh, so nice. No one's ever done that to me before. And they're like, really? I'm like, I'm lying. Everyone's done it to me. What are you on about?
All right. So tell me more about Layla. Where is life for you at the moment in terms of love and work and passions and interests?
Your girl is now fiance Knowles.
Oh.
I now talk about myself as fiance Knowles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. I'm engaged to my bestest friend in the whole wide world. I work pretty much so much with the best job that I've ever had in my life. I'm a support worker,
Yeah.
and I just bloody love it. Like, I'm just busy. I live a wholesome life. I make pottery. I even learned how to crochet. I wake up for sunrises. Yeah, it's just a bloody wholesome living, which
Crochet
is
and pottery. Woohoo.
Which is much to the surprise of people who know me 6 years ago, which was partying till the sun comes up.
Yeah. So in 6 years, you've gone from partying and in you know the old Big Brother house to crocheting and pottery.
Yeah. All I'm missing is a little bloody child, I think. I'm like a mom without a child.
Is that next?
I don't know. I've got so much to do.
Yeah.
Too much. I can't even think of looking after something else.
Mm.
I've already got a dog that's dragging my arm off now because he's trying to play with his bloody toy. I'm like, how can you look after something else?
So you're probably living the dream. You've just got engaged and stuff. But what is the
Yeah.
dream? Where would you like to be? What are your goals that you still want to tick off?
Well, I actually said to Sonia in the house in my eviction, this is my last rodeo. Well, it turns out it might be my first as this new person, like this new
Mm,
me.
yeah.
You know, I don't feel like it is my last rodeo. I think there's so much in the pipeline.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome. Well, your time in the
yeah,
Big Brother house this time was probably fair to say more low key than your first time, but it showed a lot of growth as you as a person, and your exit from
yeah.
the show, whilst sad, was, as I mentioned, beautiful and classy. So thank you so much for your time, Layla, and hopefully see you at the finale.
Thank you so much. Yes, I would absolutely love to see you at the finale. That would be awesome.
All right, that was Layla, third evicted from Big Brother 2022. That's it for tonight. Thank you for listening. I'm Aaron Ryan. I'll be back with the fourth eviction very soon. Good night.